The music industry has always been a dynamic and ever-evolving space, full of creativity, collaboration, and, at times, controversy. Few controversies, however, have sparked as much debate as the one that unfolded in 2021 involving RKelly and his unexpected connection to Drake's song TSU from Certified Lover Boy. The backlash surrounding this incident forced the industry and its audiences to confront difficult questions about artistic responsibility, the use of samples, and how we hold the entertainment world accountable for its past decisions. This controversy didn't just shine a light on a simple case of mistaken crediting. It opened up a broader discussion about how the music industry navigates its complex legacy with problematic figures and the ethical considerations that artists must make. Kelly, a man whose name once represented talent and chart-topping hits, became a symbol of the dark side of fame after decades of allegations and court cases. He began his career as a prodigious singer and songwriter, known for creating smooth, sultry R&B anthems that defined the genre during the 1990s and early 2000s. Songs like I Believe I Can Fly, Ignition, Remix, and Bump and Grind were not just chart toppers, they became cultural staples, played at weddings, parties, and on radio stations worldwide. But beneath the polished exterior of his career was a series of disturbing allegations that would ultimately shatter his legacy. For years, rumors and accusations swirled around RKelly, from the infamous 2002 sex tape allegations to the persistent whispers of his exploitative relationships with young women. Despite these accusations, RKelly continued to find success, supported by a segment of his fanbase that either denied the allegations or chose to separate the art from the artist. The tipping point came in the late 2010s and early 2020s, when the #MeToo movement and the public's growing awareness of sexual abuse fueled a wave of media attention. This culminated in the 2019 documentary Surviving RKelly, which exposed a pattern of abuse that led to his arrest and conviction on multiple counts of sexual abuse, racketeering, and sex trafficking in 2021. In stark contrast to RKelly's dark story is the career of Drake, one of the biggest names in modern music. Known for his versatility and prolific output, Drake has successfully bridged the worlds of hip-hop and R&B, captivating audiences with his introspective lyrics and catchy melodies. His work has influenced an entire generation of artists, and his albums consistently top the charts. However, with great influence comes great scrutiny, and in 2021, Drake found himself facing an unexpected controversy when his album Certified Lover Boy was released. The track TSU became an instant hit, praised for its production, lyrical depth, and mood-setting ambience. Yet, despite its success, eagle-eyed fans and industry insiders quickly noticed an unsettling detail in the credits: RKelly's name was listed as a songwriter. This was a surprising revelation, as it implied that RKelly had some connection to the song, despite not appearing on it or contributing in any direct way. The inclusion of RKelly's name raised immediate questions and sparked a wave of criticism, forcing fans and critics to examine the circumstances behind the credit and what it meant for Drake. To understand why RKelly was credited on TSU, it's essential to delve into the complexities of music sampling. Sampling has been a part of music production for decades, allowing artists to take a piece of an existing song and repurpose it into a new composition. It's a creative tool that has given rise to countless hits and has become a staple in genres such as hip-hop, R&B, and electronic music. However, the process is often legally intricate. When a sample is used, it must be cleared, meaning the original artist or their estate is credited and, in some cases, compensated. This ensures that their rights are respected and that the use of the material is done within legal parameters. For TSU, the sample came from a DJ Screw mixtape that, in turn, included an interpolation of an earlier song by RKelly. This link, however minor, triggered the requirement that RKelly be credited as a songwriter. It was a technicality in the music industry that few would have anticipated, but one that ultimately led to a significant backlash. The credit wasn't a reflection of RKelly's involvement in the track's composition or production, it was simply a result of the chain of sampling that brought his work into the song. When news of this credit went public, the response was swift and overwhelmingly negative. Fans of Drake, who often admired his commitment to pushing boundaries and tackling complex topics in his music, were taken aback. Social media platforms were flooded with comments expressing disappointment, frustration, and confusion. Many felt that associating with someone like RKelly, regardless of whether it was intentional or not, was a poor choice, and it brought back painful memories of the controversies surrounding his legacy. For some, it felt like an oversight that should have been caught before the song was released. For others, it was an indication that the music industry needed stricter ethical guidelines to prevent similar incidents from happening in the future. Public figures, especially those with a broad reach like Drake, often have to grapple with the moral implications of their work. In an era where the conversation around accountability has become central, this incident underscored the need for artists to take a stand and make thoughtful decisions when it comes to their associations. While some defended Drake, suggesting that the crediting of RKelly was an innocent mistake due to the complexities of sample clearance, others argued that more diligence should have been applied. The situation served as a reminder of the challenges artists face when dealing with legacies that come with significant ethical baggage. Industry professionals weighed in on the matter, too, pointing out that the inclusion of RKelly's name highlighted a flaw in the way sample clearances are handled. The process often involves multiple layers of music rights management and can be fraught with oversights. For producers and artists, this raises an important question: should there be stricter protocols to ensure that controversial figures are not unintentionally brought into the spotlight through samples? Could this incident be a wake-up call for the industry to be more proactive in identifying problematic associations before music is released to the public? Critics who were already outspoken about RKelly's actions used this moment to reiterate their calls for greater accountability in the music world. They argued that the industry had long turned a blind eye to the behavior of influential figures, prioritizing profits over principles. In this light, the situation with Drake's TSU was more than just an unfortunate credit, it was a symbol of how the industry's past and present intersect in sometimes troubling ways. It prompted conversations about how the legacy of problematic artists continues to ripple through time, affecting new music in unexpected ways. The conversation around this incident also touched on the broader topic of separating the art from the artist. The idea that a piece of music can be appreciated independently of its creator has been a long-standing debate in the arts. Some listeners argue that art should be viewed as separate from the personal failings of the artist. Others, however, believe that an artist's actions cannot be disentangled from their work, especially when those actions have caused significant harm. In the case of RKelly, whose crimes were especially heinous, the debate takes on even greater weight. The notion of listening to music created by such an individual or even supporting projects linked to him through samples challenges the boundaries of artistic appreciation and ethical behavior. In conclusion, the controversy surrounding RKelly's credit on TSU sheds light on the challenges artists face in today's music industry, where ethical considerations must be weighed against creative and commercial interests. It serves as a reminder that decisions made during production can have far-reaching consequences, affecting public perception and the industry's reputation as a whole. Whether or not the inclusion of RKelly's name was an innocent oversight, the incident prompted conversations that will likely influence how artists and producers approach sampling and legacy management in the future. It underscored the need for the music industry to take a more proactive approach in preventing associations with controversial figures, ensuring that their past actions do not continue to cast a shadow over new music and the art of the future. If you agree with this video and this has provided you knowledge, please like and subscribe this channel.